me show you the next game. Now, I'm going to butcher the name, because I don't know if it's Divinum or Divinum, and the devs will probably be sad about this. But the game looks freaking amazing. Like, look at this. Look at the animations on that. Look at the parkour, dude. Divinum? Divinum. Okay. Divinum. Divinum? Like, this game looks amazing. It looks really, really good, dude. So, developer is Sigil Games. They are also the publisher. This is their first game on the store. We're going to find out from the devs if it's their first game ever. It's launching in 2026. Looks amazing, to be real with you. All right, let's rock. Divinum? Could be. Divinium. Good news, Olaf's returned. He says the witch is hiding near the eastern caves. I'm going after her. Watch over the village while I'm gone. No way! You can't keep pushing me aside. I'm a guardian, same as you. I can handle this. I know. Maybe I really have been holding you back. Alright, I'll stay in the village this time. Go. Show her what we're capable of. That doesn't normally happen. I was expecting the normal storyline beat of him going out and dying and us having to avenge his death. They never go, you know what, you're right. You go fight the evil. They're always like, I'll do it, and then they die and they're like, please, with my dying breath, take my sword and kill the evil. That's not what I expected at all. Ooh. Ooh. That feels good. I like that. Yeah, no, this just feels good. Animations look slick. Eat it. Nice. No double jump. I get some kind of weird fragment when I kill enemies. Ooh. More fragments. Bam! Eat it. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Wall climb feels good. Can't jump up. I wonder what would happen if I... We can dodge through it. Ow, my bones. I expected him to die faster. That sucked. Alright. Ugh. So we have a dodge roll. We have a parry. Parry looks cool. I dig that. I wonder how tight the timing is for the parry. Ah! You gotta hit enemies to get mana back to be able to heal yourself. That feels good. I like that. A lot, actually. Yeah, you love this art style so much. Same, dude. Like, look at the cape. Like, it just feels really nice. I've got the timing wrong. Alright. Love it. Eat it. Looks so good, but so nostalgic. It looks nostalgic in some way, but the graphics are just really nice. Oh, we got... Nice. Love it. Love it, dude. Yeah, juggling feels really good. Big dudes out there, huh? No Hollow Knight allowed. Bugs. Bugs. Definitely wishlisted. Please do. Game looks awesome, dude. It feels awesome, too. God, that feels good. It seems to be an old obelisk of the Seers, one of the 7 fates of our people. It is believed that in the past, seers like our elder Vidar were not only good leaders, but had extraordinary intuition. Barely. Uh-oh. Easy peasy. Give me the next wave. Oh, not great. Where you going, buddy? What are you doing? Alright. I gotta learn to fight those ones a little bit better. That's quite funny. Hear this jingling. This looks like an early 2000 game. I super disagree with you. I think if you don't play pixel art games, it's easy to assume the kind of timing in which games came out. This is an incredibly well-polished pixel art game, and I want you to look at a couple of the things to see that, right? Look at the parallaxing in the background. You can see that that's moving with this very, very cleanly. But I want you to look at the rain. The rain isn't just falling as a single layer. A lot of games, at least previous, like older pixel art games, will do rain as a single layer. There's rain in the foreground, there's rain at the level of the character, and look where it's hitting the ground. You can see little splashes pop up here and there. And then there's also rain in the background as well, so you can see it going off in the distance and multiple layering there, in terms of fog and things like that. Those types of visual effects you usually don't see on older pixel art games. You see a much less, I guess, less care put into doing those types of things. They did a really good job on this. So when you're talking about, like, this looks like that, I think you should look at more of the kind of visual effects there. Yeah, the mist on that is actually quite good too, and the little leaves and everything like this. All of that adds up, and all of that is difficult to put on, and is also, you know, technically more processing power and everything else that goes along with it, which means it wasn't as popular before. Yeah, less composition, yeah. Can you cancel a guard roll into a guard roll? Yes. And you could parry like that. That parry felt real nice. I wanted to see if I could do it, and it feels great. Feels really good. I wonder what the, how many milliseconds the parry timer is. That didn't work. Because I know, Expedition 33's is 150 milliseconds, so I'm wondering how tight this is. Feels good. I don't know what the timing is quite yet. Feels very tight. Yeah. Come on. Eat it. Oh shit. I gotta get used to parrying that better. Is it controller only? Nope. You can play mouse and keyboard. They actually give all the instructions for that at the beginning. Gonna win in the ads. Awesome game. I'm interested to see what kind of like upgrades or powers we end up getting. Because it's prologue stuff right now. Basic sword. Screen shake options. Let's turn them up. Let's see. Game. Yep, you can turn off screen shake if you want to. I think it feels good. I'm going to change it to low, personally. This looks so cool. I agree. It feels very good. I like that echo impression when the enemies, that happens when they get hit with the power attack. Agreed. Yeah, a lot of care put into the effects for that. "2026 is going to have a lot of good indie releases. What if I told you that every year is like this?" and that you just never hear about them. That's the real shame. That's why we're doing this event, so you can find them. Your wish list is growing in power? Same, dude. We're just getting a lot of extra visibility. Yeah, that's exactly it. Every year is like this for indies. Indies produce some of the most banger titles you've ever seen in your life. You've just never seen them, and that's the problem. Advertising kills all the good ones? Yeah, corporate advertising does. Wish this and tell your friends. Bingo. One of the things I want to call out, too, is if you look at the little effects in this, we've got... The ads are finally over, but even just talking about, like, the little effects, look at this menu. When we move, it shoots particles off of itself that times with the sound, and then also it overlays on top of each of the menu items. It looks really nice. It's a simple effect, but it looks great. Just lighting like that feels really good. There's also lighting on the character, so as we get close to the green, it actually is overlaying on the character with green light. Got a lot of good look and feel in this, yeah. Ah, you've come yourself to join the undead? How splendid. Your reign ends here, witch. Soon the primordial one awakens. None shall escape his will. Oh, okay. Oh. Die and rise in death. Hurts. Eat it. If you rise again, I'll be waiting. Parries feel really good. I like that. Is that ships? I must return quickly. Yeah, I want to see more mechanic skills in enemies. The prologue is very simplistic in terms of this is why. Okay, I was like, there's no other abilities. I'm just using sword. What is it that we have available? And it looks like there's a ton available. Runes? Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. Oh, it's a lot. What are you? Yeah. You just acquired a rune. Runes give you unique passive bonuses. Equip the Warden's Glyphs. Yoink. That makes me shield once every 15 seconds automatically. Okay. Blocked it. Oh, shit. Oh, it's still on the ground. I hate it. Got him. Nasty. More. I hate whatever that is. Again. Shit. Oh. All right. Love it. Okay, let's go into runes now. What do those do? Does it unlock more stuff? I think I got all the things. Life Orb Shard, Mana Stone Shard, and Sanctite. All right. That was fun. I really liked that, actually. Like that. That's neat, dude. Yeah, the sword trail is amazing. Lol. Boop. Oh. Feels really good. Do you incinerate yet? Yeah, incinerate's really nice feeling. I just got another rune slot. Let me go to the runes. So if I get another rune, I can get that now. More fireballs. Oh! I almost had that go off. That sucked. There we go. What are you? Oh, all right. I did not go the direction I thought I was going to go. Eat it. Shit. Nasty. Those enemies kill you real fast. This feels great. Unleash a sword strike after a short delay, stealing life from enemies you hit. Summon spirit blades by striking the ground, dealing significant area in the damage area. Alright. Cool. Love the effect. What an awesome feeling game, dude. This game is gonna go crazy on the Steam Deck? Dude, I agree. Crystal people are very strong. Oh, it hurts. Nice. Yeah, juggling them might work on that. They're just nasty. Oh, shit. Those are way easier to kill with that. All right. Oh, they're like a crazed assassin, dude. Shit. Got it. Feels good, man. It blocks? Yeah. I have parries. This feels amazing, dude. I believe in your juggling capacity. Dude, I wish. You don't give these games a shot due to graphics? I think it's really interesting. I find it strange that sometimes people think that pixel art means bad graphics. Because it's not the case. Pixel art is a very different kind of art that you have to build. And it comes with its own challenges and uniqueness. It's very difficult, you know? Really, really difficult to make. Dash upgraded to phase dash. That's sick. I have a lot of points. I just buy everything. That's cool. I think it's one of the things is, if pixel art's not for you, that's fair. I think this looks beautiful, personally. Yeah. Yeah, you'll miss out on a lot of really, really, really good games if you don't like the look of pixel art, to be honest. Killer stun enemies, triggering an explosion, dealing damage in an area. Alright. I just want to get all the runes, you know? Ooh. Holy shit. Holy. Need a moment? Wow, they're nasty. They're really nasty. These guys are nasty. Rune slot. Damn. Wow. Oh my god, okay. These guys are the scariest thing in the game. For me, anyway. You gotta chill for a moment. Oh! Oh my god, dude. Oh! It's so scary. They're so scary. Okay, you can't block that. You can't block that. Got him. Okay, that's kind of cool. One more. Oh! Okay. Okay. Very cool. Oh, that hurts. Oh. Oh. That's fun. Yeah, the game is starting to match in terms of difficulty with my ability to play it. It feels really nice. I want to get rid of that. I want to put that on. That was cool? Yeah, no, this is starting to feel really, really good, man. Let's go down below. You guys are wild. That hype train is nuts, man. Wait. Oh! That would do it. This game is beautiful. Building up fury by striking enemies. Use offensive skills and performing perfect blocks. The higher your combo count and the more varied your actions, the faster fury fills. When fury is full, enter a ferocious, furious surge for a short duration. Cool. Attacks launch seeking flames? Alright. Oh. So we can put one skill on Fury and one skill on Equipped. Alright. Oh, developer, are you there?
Can you hear me? Hello, hello, sir. Hello, everyone.
Hello. If you'd like to introduce yourself and tell everyone who you are and what you're doing.
Sure, my name is Vlad. I'm from Kazakhstan. I'm the solo dev working on Divinum.
So it's Divinum. I was not
Yes,
pronouncing it
yes,
right.
yes. It
Uh,
is Latin.
so
That's Divinum.
yeah, no. So far, like I'm going to tell you right now, I love the art of this. I think that it feels fantastic, and it's starting to get really difficult in a way that feels very good. So I'm very impressed with it. I'm interested. What engine did you use for this? Because the lighting feels great, the effects feel really good, and it's all very smooth.
Thank you so much. The engine is Unity.
Nice. All right, hell yeah. Have you had a good time working with Unity so far?
I've never worked with other engines, so this is the only one I know, and it's been pretty decent. I think it's a good engine for many, many types of games.
Good. Is this your first game as a studio, or is it like first game ever?
Mm, it's a long story. Actually, the development of the Divinum started 9 years ago, but not the entire time was spent making this game. Uh, Most of the progress was made like the in the late in the last year and a half, I'd say. So yeah, I can share more about how it started, what was my inspirations, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I would love to. I would love to understand like what your inspirations for this were, kind of like how you got to where you are today, and if you're working on this absolutely solo. Like, are you working with other people?
If you mean the core team, I'm the sole member, but yeah, of course there's a freelancer helping with the music and
Hmm.
a few contributors as well.
That's fantastic. Yeah, no, what you're making here is actually amazing. So when you say core developer, are you doing the art, the music, the programming? What is your primary?
It's hard to say because I do programming, I do the animations, the pixel art. Primarily, the things that I don't do is the music and some of the background assets.
Really? You do all of
Yes,
that aspects of this game.
yes.
You're you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you so much.
Like this game looks and feels amazing, dude. Like no, that's awesome. Great job.
Thank you so much.
What are some of your inspirations for building this? Because it feels great, but it's also like it makes me wonder like what what are you calling upon in terms of look and feel for yourself from other games? Like what games inspired you to build this?
It's kind of funny because the previous game you covered is the what's the Ghost Vanguard? Yeah, the developer said he got inspired by Devil May Cry, and I also was inspired by Devil May Cry. But I think it's a great game to be inspired by generally. It's
Definitely.
one of the main inspirations for Divinum. So when I was a kid, I think I was 12 years old. I've been to an electronics store with my parents, and there was this box with discounted stuff, and it was mostly discs. And believe me or not, I found my Devil May Cry copy in that box. It costed like about $1, so it was easy to convince my parents to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I got it, I played it, it was amazing, and just changed how I think about action games in general. And
Yeah.
then in a few years, I actually saw what it's like. Yeah, I mean the Devil May Cry 4 game. I saw what it's like at the actual higher levels of play when I saw YouTube, when I saw the animation canceling the juggles. I was absolutely just amazed. I didn't know it was possible. It's super crazy to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
and
it
I wanted
be
to
oh, go for it.
get a bit of this feeling in Divin, so you can do a lot of combos be there, and there's this factor of aggressive play, so the enemies can get stunned. You can push through their defenses, and you get rewarded for it. So you can uppercut them when they're stunned. You can really, with proper timings, you can keep most enemies up in the air until they're dead.
Yeah, no, I actually love that about this is with proper feeling play, like when I know what I'm doing on this, you can basically just juggle enemies. and it feels
Yeah,
really, really good. But if you screw up, even for a moment, you're probably going to take a lot of damage.
yeah.
And it immediately made me feel like I have to be aggressive. You
Yeah,
know,
it's really designed to reward aggressive play because on these arenas, the enemies spawn by timer. They
mm-hmm.
spawn also when you kill the current enemies, but also after a certain amount of time passes. So if you take too long, it becomes harder and harder for you.
Makes sense. Yeah, I can definitely feel that here. Oh my god, almost just died. Your game is quite hard, and it's hard in like a really satisfying kind of way. Like, I'm very much so enjoying this, man.
That's awesome.
So how do you go about balancing this? Because it's definitely balanced around like difficult, immediate reaction kind of gameplay.
Yeah, and in comparison to, let's say, so Devil May Cry is among the main inspirations, but also I think many can tell. Obviously, it's Hollow Knight, like the caves, the
Mm-hmm.
environments. They're kind of inspired by it. And the main difference, I'd say, in combat is the combat is more proactive in comparison to more reactive combat where enemies have contact damage. And I'd say it's the main difference. There's no contact damage, and there's also no death penalty.
Yeah, I like not having contact damage. That's like a big deal to me because I think that was one of
Mhm,
the
mhm.
things that always feels kind of bad when you're playing a game like this. Is oh, I didn't know you can hit projectiles back. That was sick. But yeah, having contact damage with enemies feels really negative, especially when you're trying to use a sword. You know, so it's like
Yeah,
one of those things you're like
yeah,
really in close, and then it's like I'm punished for being close, but I have to be close. So
yeah, definitely.
making it so that it's based on the actual moves feels really nice, and they're also really well telegraphed. So it's like it just feels good doing this. Yeah, I don't know. Overall, it's just like great. Like this feels really strong. Um, I think I'm. I think I just teleported. What just happened there? I may have freaked the game out. One moment. Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh. I don't know what's
that's
happening.
interesting.
I think I liked it. With that being said, like it is incredibly distracting to play this while trying to do the interview at the same time, which is wild because like most of the games I was able to keep focus on it, but yours is incredibly focus driven. Everything that you do, you have to pay attention to all the little animations. You have to make sense. You have to ensure that you're hitting the proper timings. All that. The parry is really tight timing. I really like that. The dodge is really tight timing as well. That feels fantastic. This is really brutally good, like really brutal, hard, strong. So like with that in mind, when you're tuning through this kind of a thing, what kind of player are you trying to tune this for? Is it for yourself? Is it for people that are playing a certain specific kind of game? What would it be?
Mm, I'd say the most raw and genuine kind of game design source is yours as the player. So uh, the games you play, what you feel about it, what you like, what you don't like, and that's what usually leads to the core of the game
Mm-hmm.
the game designer is making. And to me, yes, I'm just kind of doing it whatever feels right. And then, of course, it's play tested, and just been a play test. And this demo is kind of a second play test, and it's all been incredibly useful. I'm just watching the people playing and reading the feedback, and it really helps.
How has that been doing in terms of like the playtest? What kind of feedback have you received, and have has that feedback led to any massive, significant changes with your game?
Mm, There are changes mostly related to the UI, but it was mostly things that were just unfinished at the moment. Like the playtest version was more focused on exploration, and there was a real need for the map to be available at all times, and it actually wasn't. So it was one of the bigger things that players asked for.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the majority of things is just a bunch of small things, just like this animation should be a bit faster. I should be able to transition from this attack to whirl and stuff like that. I was just watching and seeing people's reactions on streams or in videos, and I just learned from that.
Yeah, no, that's good. Have you found that like so far you've built quite a large community out of this? Because when I'm looking, it's like I can see that you have the release date is 2026. You've got a Discord and a YouTube set up there. Like how many wish lists would you think that you have so far? Actually, how many wish lists do you have so far? Because you'll know what that is. Because I'm kind of blown away because I hadn't heard about your game until Indiecember. And I'm very into, like games like Dead Cells and things like this, and this completely missed my radar somehow. So I'm really interested is where have you been hiding, basically? Yeah.
That's a common story for indie devs,
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Uh, it's a bit below 20,000 wishlists right now.
Really?
Yes.
That is very surprising. Guys, show this to everyone. Like, no, this feels really, really good, dude. Like, it was enough that I'm like sitting here sweating trying to get through that fight, man. Like, there was a sweaty fight, actually sweaty. Yeah, we could fix that. No, 100%. I added it to wish list as well. This game feels great, dude. What are you focusing on most? Like, you say the release date is 2026, right? When in 2026 are you focusing on to launch this? Is it Q1, Q4, like towards the beginning or the end? And if you don't know, that's okay. You don't have to say at that point.
Yeah, I can't say exactly. I can just say it's not Q4. It's a bit earlier than that, probably.
Cool. And what are you focusing on most for that moment? Because it feels very polished right now, but I know there's always going to be something that's like broken or you're trying to fix it or anything like that.
Currently, it's just working on the content for the main storyline for the world map.
Mm-hmm.
So the game is combat heavy, but there's also the exploration element, which isn't particularly highlighted yet in the demo, but the game will be more similar to Metroidvania. I wouldn't go as far as calling it a Metroidvania, but there will be ways to progress through the map in different ways, and a lot of secrets and a lot of general just rewarding exploration.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm mostly just blown away, man. Like that was a really good experience. Like to be real with you, that was a really good experience playing that. It's rare that I find a platformer that like most of the time when I find a platformer like a fighting platformer, Chad will have me go and play one and I just rip through it. And it kind of gets boring really fast, and it's mostly because the challenge doesn't scale super high or it's less chaotic. And in yours, the challenge scaled immediately to match what I was doing. And I was like, wait a minute, this is really, really fun and really good. And the timing got really tight. I had to completely lock in to play that. So that's very cool to me. That being said, are there any modes or anything like that that would be more accessible for someone who's not very into this genre? Because I know that is a level of difficulty that a normal player usually isn't going to go for. So what options do you have for that kind of a person?
Yeah, definitely. So in this demo, there is like the prologue and the combat challenge mode, which consists of these arenas that have rewards.
Mm-hmm.
In the main game, these arenas are going to be mostly optional, but you really want them to get the upgrades, but are also they're not necessary for you to get the story done and stuff like that.
So I'm
And
doing
you
the
can
end game
always
content right now, basically.
kind of, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Mid to end game.
That's what I was wondering because I'm like, this is like wild in terms of scaling. And I was like, is this the beginning of the game? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I just thought just showing the prologue is definitely not enough to show the full length of where the combat goes, and it's really necessary to show the mid to late parts to really communicate what it's going to be like.
This actually feels amazing. Now that I know it can hit projectiles back too, it changes the game entirely.
Yeah, and you can also perfect block them, and they will be redirected directly at the source, wherever it is.
That's fantastic. Yeah, no, this feels great, dude. and I'm like just kind of playing around with it now, like not sweating like it was before.
Yeah.
But it feels really really nice, and I think what you're building is fantastic. You know, I'm really surprised this never hit my radar because like this is right up my alley entirely. So yeah, right up my
Thank
alley.
you. Thank you. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And what are you looking at? I know this is always a touchy subject. What are you looking at in terms of a price for this?
The
And if you don't
price,
know, you can ask, and then the community will definitely say something.
yeah, definitely like to hear what the community thinks. But generally, I think it won't be a surprising price, something below $20, something like that. Not above $20.
No, they're all saying above 20. Yeah, this like I'm gonna be honest with you. I was thinking between 20 and 30, like
Yeah.
easy. Yeah, no, 100%,
How
dude.
much is Hollow Knight priced and the Silk Song?
Hollow
Because I
Knight and
definitely want to
Silk
go
Song are
above Silk
very. I
Song.
mean, Team Cherry makes their games incredibly cheap for what they're doing. They are providing a massive, massive amount of value for that, and I'm always blown away by it. So if you go to Silk Song, like Silk Song's $20, right? And it's
Yeah,
16.
yeah,
Yeah, $16. I could see like $20 making the most sense. If you're worried about Silk Song pricing being compared to yours, $20 does make the most sense to me. I
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't go into that. You're making something really cool here, and it's tough, dude. And like that's kind of a rarity, I think, in this space of like brutal combat. You know, there's a lot of like precision. I think the thing about Silk Song that I really like is the fights feel like a dance. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Like the fight always feels like a dance in Silk Song, where it feels methodical in the way that you move and everything like that. With this, it feels like you are brawling and the enemy is very fast and you're very fast, and it's less dance like because their maneuvers have a little bit of chaos to them, and there's a lot of enemies on screen instead of just one big bad. And I like that. I think that added a lot to the experience for me in a lot of these encounters. It feels good. It feels really good.
Yeah, exactly. That's just this little thing, removing contact damage. That's how much it changes
Yeah.
in the combat feel.
Yeah, I feel like if this had combat damage, it would ruin it. So or contact damage rather, it would ruin it. So like I'm glad. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it feels really
definitely.
nice. Yeah, for those who don't
It's really
understand, oh, go for it.
it's really hard to make a fast-paced game with
Mhm.
contact damage. These two things they kind of go against each other.
Yeah,
Here I wanted to recreate this feeling of being badass. Like you have a Devil May Cry that you can push through any defense, just be super aggressive, and with just the fact that Dante from Devil May Cry has this Royal Guard style. You can block any damage whatsoever, and you even use it to charge your special bar, and you can use the abilities to basically turn enemies' damage into your own damage. And that's really cool. You can block anything and continue your combo without interrupting it, just keeping the flow and stuff, and
yeah.
sort of stuff.
It felt just like that when I was parrying as well. And if I got the timing for the parry right, the audio feedback for that felt very satisfying. There was a little bit of screen shake, there was a little bit of audio feedback, the visual feedback on it, and it kind of created a moment of like, you did it, you did the thing. And you've done a very good job at showing the player when they have success in combat actions. And that's much appreciated, to be honest with you. Like, it feels very, very good from the player perspective. I like that a lot, man.
Yeah, it was tweaked many, many, many times,
Yeah.
and there's still a bit to come from those little things, little timings, little interactions, animations.
Yeah, I'm even like I'm watching your trailer and I'm seeing different like skills and abilities that you're using in the trailer for ways to do combat that I didn't even realize you can move like that in the game. And then I went back in and I tried it a little bit
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, okay, so I can deflect bullets back at their targets. I can like dive through an enemy midair and then hit them from
nice.
behind. You know, like it's great feeling. Like it feels really good and it feels like it's a very high skill ceiling, incredibly high skill ceiling, which is great.
Yeah, 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 definitely. That was the aim, but
Yeah,
also at the
awesome.
same time keeping it the difficulty curve uh, not too steep and keep the main storyline, let's say, more or less
Yeah.
not too hard.
So, with that in mind, like with everything that we've talked about, and I've told you all the things I like with it, what do you think your game does the worst? And that's a tough question. Like, you got to call your own baby ugly, right?
Maybe if I had more time to think about it, I'd say something different. But currently, I can just say like the things I suspect at the moment. Um, it might be probably the storyline or narrative part, but of course, no one has seen the full game, the full storyline. There's very little in the prologue. I'm saying this because I'm the least experienced in the writing part.
Fair.
Also, maybe it could be the way that the abilities are introduced to the player. Like, it's really difficult to show a new move and show it in a way that the player is really excited and sees how it can be effective. Because I often see, not only in my game and many other games, that some players just they can use the ability and it may just be an unlucky kind of thing, like it wasn't very effective in this particular way and they never use it again.
Mm.
And actually, that ability could be really, really effective. And it's really challenging to make it to really showcase what can be used where and highlight their strengths.
I see there are different types of weapons here. The main character is holding a what looks like a spear there. Are there different weapons, or is that like an ability being cast on screen there?
Yeah, yeah. The second weapon is planned for the full game. It's really the missing puzzle piece. The game won't be complete without weapon switching, I'd say.
So weapon swapping as well. That's going to add an
Yes,
even
yes.
another layer of complexity to fights. I think that's fantastic.
The second weapon is gonna have their own two skill slots, so and completely unique skills, as you can see here on the screenshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can basically use four active skills and a Fury slot.
The Fury system's quite nice feeling, by the way. Just being able to get that extra combo, like when it pops off, it's actually really awesome feeling. Yeah, I really enjoy that. So can you talk a
Yeah, the
little bit
Fury.
about? Oh, go for it. Sorry.
Yeah, the Fury was also the missing piece I
Mhm.
introduced fairly recently because there wasn't quite enough incentive to use a variety of skills and keeping your combo count high. And this is exactly what it achieves, kind of a snowball effect that you can also customize to whatever you want.
Mhm. So let's talk a little bit about monster design here, and more
Mm.
like combat related monster design. What do you do? What is your process when you're approaching when you're trying to develop a monster for your game? How do you start this process? Is it a narrative beginning? Is it a mechanical challenge beginning? How do you begin that process?
I'd say it's a blend of visual design and game design idea. Well, of course, I'm starting with the deciding what area do I need to put it in.
Yeah.
What's what the general idea? Then I think about what's the challenge it's supposed to pose to the player. It's approximately what's the moves gonna be, which is often changed quite a lot later in the process. But I take it as a baseline. But I think it's cool. I make base animations with very few frames and very rough kind of thing. I quickly build up in less than a few hours maybe and just check how it plays. Do I like fighting this enemy? Something like that. Then I just polish the animations and polish the timings and speed and stuff like that.
That makes sense. I mean, I think that you've done a very good job because each of the monsters also visually looks like the kind of thing it's going to do. You know, like you've done a really good job at showing, hey, this guy has bombs. You can see it. You know, like they're on his back. And I think that's something a lot of developers struggle with sometimes. Is you'll have a character that doesn't look like an archetype, and this each of these looks like the thing it's going to do. You know, which is interesting. Like that's not
Mhm.
as much as people may think like, oh, that must be easy to do. You just make it look like a wizard. It's like no, it's got to look like a very specific kind of wizard. You know,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
but
Yeah,
you've done
yeah.
a good job with that.
Thank you.
Everything's very readable, even if it's very fast.
Yeah, I got feedback that the effects may be just a little too much, especially on the arenas. But it's more of an edge case because it's not often you're gonna have just 8, 10 different enemies on the screen. It's more like the very late game kind of challenge stuff.
So these are like
But,
the
but
this amount of enemies is more like a very end game, late game
yeah, but
challenge. That's cool.
still thinking about how can I make it just a little bit more clear.
Yeah. I think the screen shake options actually helped a lot with that, to be honest with you. I think they
Hmm.
feel really good, just reducing screen shake just a little bit. And that's up to the player for that, like it did help, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, fantastic. Honestly fantastic. So, whoop. So you're looking at 2026. You're ready for the finish line now. You're going and doing this. What do you think is the thing you learned the most about making games throughout building this?
Mm, it's really difficult, but also it's kind of very. It's not even about making games, but just about approach in making anything in general for me. But it's really personal. It may not work for everyone if I were to give advice, but in terms of learning, what works best for me is having a practical goal, like a very direct practical goal. I want to make this kind of effect. I want to make this kind of game, this kind of mechanic, and from there, it's just super easy for me to jump in and learn the stuff I need. If I were learning just the theory first, it was for some reason really, really rough for me. I really need this practical goal to learn effectively. Probably that's it.
And if you had any advice that you would give to someone who's just starting out with development, someone maybe they're not even comfortable enough, to make games yet, and they're just starting to begin, what would be your advice? That very newbie.
Well, I would give the advice to start with something small, but it's the advice that I was given and exactly the advice that I completely ignored. So,
That's a yep,
but
that is the way,
I would,
huh?
I would, I would say maybe try to actually follow this advice because it would help. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and also yeah, maybe try this approach as well. Try if it's taking a really long time. Yeah, try something very, very practical and quick, and you're gonna learn much faster if it's, if that works for you, if that's how you're wired.
I keep getting owned by these
So,
spear
yeah,
guys. They're so nasty.
yeah,
Oh. No, that makes sense completely to me, to be honest with you. It's always very funny because people will pick up for their very first game. They'll try to make something absolutely massive, and you did, and it has worked out,
yes,
very clearly. But it's it's always that's the hardest. It's the hardest thing you can do. It really,
yeah.
really is.
Also, it's I would say it's definitely more enjoyable to do this big game, but there's a risk of burning out and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah, fantastic though. Honestly, such a cool game you made here.
thank you so much.
Oh, as I get my butt kicked. Oh my god, the wizards. Oh, he teleported away as I was healing off of him. Oh,
I'm
oh,
gonna
it's
need to look
fantastic.
up that bag where you get teleported for no reason. I've never seen that before.
Oh, I have no idea why that's happening.
That's really interesting.
Oh, it's fantastic, dude. Imagine a hardcore mode. Yeah. Do you actually have any ideas for like major challenge modes at the end game, or is this the challenge mode that I'm seeing here?
Yeah, there will definitely be a lot more in-game challenge stuff and not just survive and kill enemies type thing in the main game. But most of them are gonna be like these kind of stones that you interact with that provide you some kind of challenge and maybe something more. So I can say for sure. There's quite a lot of systems that would be that work very well with super hard end game sort of challenges. There's the build system,
Mm-hmm.
which is something that's a bit different from what you can see in Devil May Cry, for example. Like, you don't build your character there; you just learn new moves, and they're available to you all the time. I wanted to make it a little bit different, mostly to make the exploration more enjoyable. So you get some power growth, and every rune has a quite noticeable effect. And if it's not, I'm gonna be working on that. So there are runes, this red rune that has a huge trade-off. There will be more of that, like the black rune with red mark. So it gives you a huge advantage, but also a huge disadvantage, and you can build around it and like basically make a, if we were to go simple, like a spellcaster build, but there's also multiple ways to do that. And I'm trying to heavily incentivize using different types of ways to heal yourself. And so in most Metroidvania games, there's like this, well, I can say in most because I haven't played most, but from my impression, there's this heal button that you use, and
Mm-hmm.
there's this heal skill in Divinum as well. And I think it's a bit of a less proactive type of play. So I'm trying to introduce options for the player to restore health without this heal skill, like this rune that restores health whenever you use skills. Like you can use offensive skills and heal from that. There's also a rune that restores your health from perfect blocks. There's the life steal skill and the rage effect. So
Mm-hmm.
there are multiple ways to enhance your aggressive playstyle, but also still keeping this stain to survive.
Oh my god, this is so nasty. Oh, the spear guys are just so rough.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I actually really love the way that you've tuned this, man. Like it feels really, really good. I'm just trying to find a way to get through this with my playstyle. And I'm trying different stuff. Like the different abilities they feel completely different. And I really like that. They play completely different. They make you move differently as
yeah.
well, which is quite nice. Like every aspect of this feels great, honestly. Yeah, I think you're doing an awesome job. I really do. And I cannot wait for your launch for this, man. Fantastic. Actually fantastic.
Thank you, thank you.
You've got me hooked while we're sitting here talking. So like it's, No. It's so close to death. Oh. It's one. Oh. Come on. I'm so scared of this thing, dude. I'm just gonna wait and play this nice and slow. There. No, it's not the last ones. Oh my god, why have you done this?
And there's quite a bit of stuff here.
Uh, I tried to do the heal. I tried to do the heal at the end and it was too late. That's so funny. You'll be buying this on launch day. It's fantastic, dude. It's I was too greedy. I was too greedy and too foolish. What an awesome game. Well, this is awesome, dude. Like I know I'm just kind of memeing, like just saying the same thing over and over again, but this is an incredibly fun game. I can't wait to get this in the hands of people. Is there a way that they can play this now? It's just the demo, right? Is there any way they can get involved? Like is that all through your Discord and anything like that to give you feedback on everything?
Yeah, I would appreciate if you guys play the demo, wishlist it if you like it. And
Yeah.
there's also a Discord, you can leave your feedback there. And yeah,
Yeah, definitely wishlist this. This is fantastic, dude. I can't wait for this to come out. I'm interested, like, too. Have you had any speedrunners like for the demo yet? Like people that were really interested in pushing that super super fast.
I think there was some someone in the playtest, but I'm not even sure. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing the speedrun potential. Uh, yeah, um, I haven't really done speedruns, but sometimes I do watch them. It's kind of fun.
That's fantastic. Have you thought about putting in like a speedrun timer or anything like that as part of a game mode option?
Yeah, definitely. That's something I'm probably gonna add.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, Chad is talking about it too. Is adding a speedrun game timer in game would be really awesome.
Yeah, because you can. There's quite a lot of potential here in terms of how you can output as much damage as possible, and it's gonna
And not die.
motivate people to like be really creative with
Hmm.
the skills, like the weaving, the combos, and animation canceling and stuff like that. And this will gonna help to push for the best time.
Yeah, no, this is the cool thing about this is a game that I want to sink my teeth into and just get good at, and it immediately makes me feel like I need to, which is really nice. Like having it at the end game there, that feels really nice, like really good, and I can't wait to play this, man. Like I'm very excited for that. It said it's going to come out not in quarter 4, but sometime before that next year.
Mhm.
So when you do launch this, please let us know Like, reach out and let us know that those channels will stay up, and then I'm very excited to see what you make, because this is cool. And is this your first game? Yeah.
Yeah, it is my first game. I worked on a few different projects because I'm some as a freelancer and some as a programmer. Um, this is kind of my magnum opus thing. I started it before everything else, but I took a break, a long break in between the like the first date I started and now.
Well, it's a hell of a first game, let me tell you. You've done a great job. Yeah, I can't wait to see how far this goes. This is really, really awesome, and I absolutely wish you luck on that adventure, 100%. We're almost
Yeah.
we are almost at time, but with that in mind, is there anything you want to leave the community with?
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for this amazing initiative. It really helps us indie devs to be seen. And thank you for the community for all the positive feedback. And yeah, I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. I mean, the pleasure's all mine. This is incredibly fun to play, and I can't wait to play around with the other powers that I can see in the trailer as well. Like, it just feels great. Feels really great. So, awesome job, man. Yeah, chat saying
Yeah.
W.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
exactly. It's very cool. And I love seeing all of these games for Indiecember, too, because the stuff that you guys are all putting out, the indie community is putting out, it's insane to me how little visibility a lot of these games actually have. Like I said, your game is directly in my wheelhouse. I love precision platformers like this and combat platformers. I had no idea about it. And that is exactly why we have Indiecember. You know, like, to showcase games like this that are just phenomenal that I've never even heard of. You know, had any of you guys heard of this game before? I'm always interested in that too, because almost every game, yeah, nope, never heard of it. Nope. I'm glad you were on. You had heard of it. One person had heard of it. Looks like the grand majority of people had not. That's fantastic then, because like this, I hate that games like this just go unseen. That is the thing that just bothers the hell out of me, and I can't wait to do this more. We're gonna do it again in June as well. We're gonna do a second one in December. We'll do it as Indie Summer, and then we'll do Indiecember again in next December. So just do this twice a year every year. It's absolutely fantastic. Nice job, dude.
Well,
Seriously.
yeah, sounds awesome.
9 years. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Worth it, though. You're making something cool. You're not familiar with this type of game to begin with? There are games... I would go play the demo for this, but you can also play stuff like Dead Cells. Go play Devil May Cry, right? It's funny because a lot of people... like you said, you're the second dev today to bring up DMC as their primary inspiration for a game. And it makes sense. You know, the way that game feels bleeds through onto this. Devil May Cry is on sales right now. Nice. Blasphemous is very good as well. With that being said, I want to thank you very much for coming on, and thank you for showing us your game. Seriously.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. You have a wonderful day.
Yeah, good luck.
See ya. I think the thing that I just learned from this, and I didn't even realize about this about myself as a player, I didn't realize how much I hate contact damage in platformers, in combat platformers. I didn't realize it all until playing this game, and that's why I was so surprised the whole time. I was like, no one should have contact damage in their games ever again. It's kind of how it felt immediately. I was like, it's such a small change, but it changes the way that the game feels entirely for this genre. And I'm just kind of blown away at like how good that felt.